What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie out there. It's supposed to thunderstorm out here like any minute, so I'm gonna get an intro done on these on this brand new CJRB Nova. Good people over there at CJRB Artisan Cutlery sent me two to play with. Now what I like is that they are not harpooned, they are notched for thumbs. Harpoons, those ones that come way down here and then go up, don't like them. I like the fact that they just did a simple thumb notch to give you a nice landing point. Very, very nice. Now we're going to go over a couple of things like the colors. I think they have 3 different colors on these. So this baby blue, which I think is really freaking nice looking. That is a really, really nice looking knife. You can see all that texturing in there. Really, really nice little package here on this. They have that. They have brain farted. They have the black and they have the green. It's an olive green, and you can do these with sand polished steel like you saw on the baby blue, or you can do it with the black PVD coating. Any way you do them, it's going to work out. You can see the very nice pocket clip in the back. You got the pivot screw there. It is a skeletonized frame, very, very well done. It is a liner lock. This is a gentleman's carry. This is that EDC that you just put in your pocket, you bring everywhere. You got a nice little area of jimping right before that thumb ramp, so you can really dig in. That'll save you with having to long rest the thumb, anything like that. It'll give you a really good push for control without any slipping of the thumb going up. You can see the dent in my thumb. I'm pushing down. Boop. You can see that. I'm pushing down and forward, and my thumb is not slipping at all. That is really nice. That's a great grip. Speaking of great grip, the texturing on the G10, fan-freaking-tastic. Let's go over some of this. So it is the CJRB Nova J1937, and the specs will get these done, and I'm gonna see if I can get out. I'm gonna see. We have a blade length of 3.45 inches either way. I'm either going out dressed like this, or you'll see me on another day dressed different, because this is going outside for testing. We have a 2.7 millimeter blade thickness, so it's a 3.5 millimeter, 3.45 inch blade. Wow. We have, this one is obviously the black. It is a flat grind. Thank you, CJRB. The blade material is AR-RPM9, not AARP, ARRP, M9. You have a Rockwell of 59 to 61. It is they call it a Tonto style, and it pretty much is. It comes to a stop right here, and then has a beautiful arch inside the tip, giving you more cutting ability and more angles to use for cutting. So you can do quick things like that. On a flat blade up here, you have to push this way. There's no round cutting on this one. There is, and I really like that. I think that's a good touch on the Tonto. You have G10 in the scales. The clip is steel. It is ceramic ball bearing in the pivot. I just learned how to talk today. Liner lock. Overall length is 7.9 inches. The closed length is 4.45 inches, and it is only 3.18 ounces, so it is not too heavy. It is a good looking knife. So what we need to do is that ceramic ball bearing, really good. I have had 0 issues with any CJRB or Artisan Cutlery blade. They just come out right, man. They know how to make them. So this one we're gonna end up taking outside. If we can get outside right now, we're gonna look at the skies. We'll do it. If not, I'll be filming the second part tomorrow, but all in the same video. So hold on, not going nowhere. Woo! All right, we're gonna try and get out here and beat the. I don't know if you can see that. My glasses are completely fogged. You can barely see my hand from the inside. That is crazy. It is so freaking muggy out here. All right, so it looks like we're gonna be able to beat this storm. So let's do it to it. I gotta try and find some light right here. get you guys some good showcasing. Oh, that's pretty, man. That's pretty. That's a good looking knife right there. Not so bad. Not so bad. All right, so I told you I've never had an issue with one of their knives. Let's find out if that stays true after this. Let's find out if this is as good as the rest have been. And we're gonna start right here. We're gonna start right about here. So let's do some 4-foot gravity drops. We'll see how it bites. Oop! Wow, that just caught the edge. Oh man, that was in there. Oop! Wow, that's in there. This swedging ends right here, right? And then you can see, I think you can see, it's a compound grind. You see that arch right there? It really, really makes it for a really nice tip. A super, super nice tip. Let's do a couple hard downward throws. Bam! That is deep. That actually made it all the way to the compound grind. Bam! Oh, that hits sideways. Now, when you're talking about a knife that has an access point, hitting sideways puts a lot of torque and pressure on that joint. So let's see. Okay, we're still held in. We're still opening and popping. The lock is still completely engaged. No problem. No wiggling, no wobbling, anything like that. Nice and tight. Pretty impressive. Let's see. I gotta try to use this arm because my other arm went bald from all the testing. Oh, now this one's gonna get bald because that thing is a freaking, oh, the sun just came out. That thing is a Bic razor. That is super, super razor sharp. That is crazy, man. That is crazy, man. All right, so yeah, it's razor sharp. Razor sharp. Let's try a push cut on the 1/2-inch nylon rope. We'll use the tip, and that was a freaking breeze. Woo! That sun just came out and started cooking me. That started cooking me. Oh, there we go. There we go. I want to see on a really thin piece if we can't get underneath. Oh my gosh, look at that. Underneath that skin. Look at how, I mean, that's finesse cutting right there. That is finesse cutting. That is a tiny little twig. And this knife, nope, even took off the little branch. Look at that. That is finesse. I like it. I like it. So it's going to be able to do all your carving needs. So if you got to make little arrow tips and hot dog sticks and pit spikes and spears and all that jazz, you're going to be able to use this thing to shave anything. Was I even on film? Was I even on film? That's a problem, not being able to see. All right, so I got to make sure we are on film. We're all together in this. This is our ride, not my ride. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm absolutely using this thumb ramp more than I normally would put a thumb here, because a lot of times what I do is I just put a thumb here and go this way, but I find myself just naturally gravitating to this point. It's really, really nice, but I mean, it's just going to be able to shave away and carve out a tip in pretty much anything. Really, really nice so far. In the hand, it just feels really good. It's one of those minimalistic designs in the grip. I mean, you're talking about basically a rectangle with a couple rounded ends and a choil. That's it. It's super simple and super comfortable. That's one thing that's really, really standing out is how it feels in the hand. Just broke the bottom of my damn tripod. All right, so let's go find something else to cut. Whew, the breeze, that wind is starting to happen. You know that wind right before a storm. We got hit the other day, and we're about to get hit again. Oh, you know what I see? I see some of this yard stuff over here. Some of this, I don't even know what it's called. That stuff you put down for weeds. Oh, let's cut a piece of that. Let us cut a piece of that. There we go. There we go. Man, that was simple. That was simple. So let's take some of that. Let's take some of that over here and wind it up. We're gonna, it's like a plasticky mesh, right? We're gonna wind it up really tight. I want really tight. So we have a nice hard piece, right? And we'll see about cutting through. It's so wound tight that you can move it and position it. Look at that. And it'll stay. That's how tight that is. That's a nice piece. All right. And just easy cutting. Now remember, this is the EDC. That's what this is. So this is your, take it out of your pocket and do this. Cut stuff, open packages, prepare a meal. I don't know, whatever you're gonna do with your EDC, it's the cutting that needs to be done when you need something cut. That's what this is. It's an in the pocket knife. This isn't your camp knife, and it's not your wilderness survival knife, but it's a knife you can bring to your camp. It's a knife you can bring into the wilderness, and it's a knife that's going to work every time. Just interrupted an ant's nest in there. I see over here we got some gathered water. Now you see all these? That's mosquito larvae. So we're going to try to empty that. Yeah, we don't want those things coming out. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Let's cut out this bladder. And what I want to do is I want to use it like a skinning knife, and I want to cut the bladder that way. So let's see. Oh, that was super easy. So let's do that. This bladder is really nice. It's like it's kind of like an animal intestine. That's what you would feel. It's just rubber, and it's thin, and is very intestine-like. For any of you guys who have ever had to hunt for your own food and break apart your own food and cook your own food, you know what that's like. And that's exactly what that was. Wow, it is super. This, I didn't realize how close this was. This material was a bladder of a soccer ball to like an intestine. That's really close. Super easy. So let's do that winding thing again and take a bunch of this and see if we can't get it nice and tight. A nice thick piece. This would be almost like cutting through an animal intestine. I mean, not an animal tendon, things like that. So a tendon is really stretchy and really hard, and sometimes when you are preparing an animal, you have to cut through that kind of stuff, and anybody who has knows it can be tricky. If your knife is sharp, your knife is sharp. It's just the way it is. So now we have the actual pelt, right? This is going to represent that, and look at that. Look at that. It just shreds it. It just shreds it. Zero problems cutting that. Make sure that we're in the shot. Look at that. And just like that, you dicing up some pieces of hide, and you could do anything you want. I mean, if you're making projects with the leather, or if you're just cutting it up, you're just getting through it to get into the meat, whatever. This little guy right here, it's not made for that, but it can do it. It can do it. All right, let's do some kindling. Let's make some. Oh, right through a knot. Right through a knot. That wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad at all. It'd be help if I put the edge downward. All right, let's try this again. I want to show you. Right through that knot right there. And it was easy breezy, lemon squeezy. All right. I'm telling you, it's nice when you get yourself an EDC that you find is going to be multi-purposeful. You know what I mean? If I want, I can whittle with this. If I want, I can obviously feather stick with this. If I want, I can skin with this. If I want, I can just use it to cut rope and twine and all that jazz. It's going to have a whole lot of purposes. So if you're a heavy knife user, if you're a light knife user, if you rarely ever use a knife, no matter what you do with a knife, it's going to handle those tasks. It's like a light bushcrafting EDC. It's not so bad. I just had something I wanted to do, and I have to, oh, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to baton through it sideways. Oh, there come the sirens. We've had a lot of accidents because of the rain and all that, so they've been going crazy. All right, let's knock that down. Nice. Let's knock that down again. Nice. Let's go the long way. We have enough room. All right. And look at that. Perfect. 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 Let's try some notching. Up and down, up and down, up and down. All right, so we're gonna push in. We're gonna push across. We're gonna push down a little bit more just to get that out of there. You have a nice notch. All right, let's clean up the notch, make it even nicer. There we go, that's beautiful. So now what happens if you want to turn that into a square notch? Well, you just press down again. And you press over again. And I'll tell you, it's not going to be hard. This knife is going to be doing pretty much all the work. You're just aiming. It's really super sharp and really, really easy to use. And that's one thing you want with your EDC is you want ease of use. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's see how that edge is holding up. Well, it's a razor. It's a razor. So basically, you can use the knife. You can shave with it. Then you can use it some more. And you can shave with it. You can probably use it some more and shave with it again. It feels really, really good. It feels really good in the hand. It's just comfortable. I mean, a lot of people talk about hot spots and everything like that, but if we're going to be realistic, you're not worrying about hot spots on something like this. So if I was going to use that as an example of anything, I would be a liar. So now everybody asks, but what about for personal protection? Sharp and pointy? It's going to be perfectly good for self-protection. Anything you have on you that can help get away an attacker is going to be good. This thing will do just that all day, every day. That is not a problem, not an issue. Just smell that. It smells like true flight. Watch me miss. First all right, so ba-boom. that was very, very nice. Ooh, I got some sticky stuff on there. Wipe that down. Ooh. Oh, there we go. I almost got the lock stuck, or did I get the lock stuck? I might have got the lock stuck throwing it, but I just got to free it up. Hold on. Not as bad as I thought. I had dirt, or not dirt, but a piece of wood in there, a piece of stick. You see the liner lock is still there. There was a little piece of stick right here, and it was just pushing it too far, and I couldn't get my thumb in there to push it out. So I took out a knife and I carved out the stick. Boom. Keep your knives clean. But I mean, obviously it's not made to throw into a tree. And I think that's what wedged that little stick in there, but piece of debris made it harder to close, which means that's good. You won't ever get, oh, I missed. You won't ever get your finger caught. Problem with having big hands, sometimes you miss. But I gotta say, it's worth the journey. All right, so it looks like it's getting ready to come down. I'm feeling sprinkles, so I'm gonna call this one. It is nasty out here. It is nasty. So we have the CJRB Nova. This thing is no joke. Really, really nice. And the prices are always right with these things. They're always right. So get over there to Artisan Cutlery. Go to CJRB. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put the link down below. You can check them out for yourself. Really, really good. This whole company is always worth the money. I really dig them. I enjoy it. I am Donnie all day. Until next knife.